Well, good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Postmansky's Beer Reviews. Sorry I've been away so long. I've been busy with work. Busy seasons came up, so I had to stop these beer reviews. I had another job to do, so sorry. But we're all back in, and we're doing the beer reviews. Brewing many beers now. I stopped brewing because of busy season. Now I'm back to brewing my own beers. But anyway, today's beer is Saranac Adirondack Lager. This beer is brewed by Matt Brewing Company out of Utica, New York, I believe. This beer is 5.5% alcohol by volume. The IBUs on this beer are 20. Our original award-winning beer, brewed in the German lager tradition using noble hops, crisp, smooth, and delicious. Now, they don't have a bottling date, but I did research on their website that there's a few numbers over here. It says 2484. You probably can't see that. It's like some kind of code. And they told on the website, it said that the last digit is the year, so I'm guessing 4. I guess that stands for 2014. And the first 3 digits are the number of the year, number of the day of the year. So the 243rd day of the year, it was apparently bottled. I don't know if I agree with that system. I'd rather just put 2 dates for the day, or 2 dates for the month, 2 dates for the day, and 2 dates for the year. That's as simple as that. So I know when I should drink the beer by, when it should be fresh. Nothing else. Let's get into the glass. I got New York Jets Bud Light glass. I just like the way they look. I'm not really a Bud Light drinker, but anyway, let's get the cap off. Nice hiss. No smoke coming out of this one. It should be quite chilly. It's been in my fridge for 40 degrees. Let's get into the glass. See what we can do. So we get ahead on that. Somewhat. Got about just 3/4 of a way ahead on that. So not really aggressive pour. To light. It's pretty caramelly. I wouldn't go amber quite. It's quite caramelly color. I mean, maybe bronzish. I wouldn't really say amber though. I've had amber. This is not really amber. It looks quite nice. A little light though. Let's get a nose on it. Not much. You get a little bit of the malt. There's maybe some molasses in there. I don't get that. It doesn't say molasses. Some caramel. I don't really get much hop. That's really all I'm picking up. Anyway, cheers, guys. Okay, so there's malt. You get the malt, which is caramel, maybe crystal. Molasses. There's also kind of a grassiness in there. I don't know what to use. Not too much hops. You get a bitter back end. So maybe it gives you the finishing hops or the bittering hops. Now I got molasses on the nose, but I don't really pick up molasses on the actual. It's kind of grainy, like grainy and grassy with a little bit of caramel in there, maybe. No, I have had this beer before, and it's not really my favorite of the Saranac crew. I prefer their IPA. Their Legacy IPA is delicious. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Their Legacy IPA is amazing. Um, let's see what else I can find up on this beer. Saranac Adirondack Lager. Alright, so fucking really asking me for how old I am on the fucking website is ridiculous. So let's see, they use the beer. It's a German amber lager. The malt is two-row and caramel. I guess not crystal. Hallertau, hops, and Tettnang. I probably pronounced those wrong, but the food pairings are barbecue, your barbecue dishes, your Tex-Mex, sausage and peppers. Cheese pairings are jack, white, and cheddar. That's about it. All award-winning Saranac beer is brewed in the German lager tradition using noble hops to balance the hops bitterness with caramel malt sweetness, creating what we like to call a round beer. Okay, so it's a round beer. You do get the caramel. Guess you do get the churro, but there's also like a grassy hay, like farm hay kind of taste. But you do pick up the hops later, and it is balanced quite. It could be a little bit more bitter. It's a little bit too, not really, because it has that caramel sweetness and the grassy sweetness from probably like rice or something. But overall, what do I give this beer? I give it a 6 out of 10, which is 70, maybe 65, I guess. Um, Beer Advocate gives it a 77, which is in their okay range. I'll agree with that. It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest, especially with Saranac, but that's it for this beer review, guys. Cheers to my American friends, props to my German friends, and fuck it, bottoms up. So yeah, if you had this beer, let me know what you think about it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and please request. Alright? My beer distributor is only about a mile away. I can go hop on a bus and get over there, walk over there, pick up any beer. They have a lot of beers. And stay tuned for next week's, not next week, I'll probably do another one tomorrow, or the next day. Probably not tomorrow, I'm working tomorrow. The next day, most likely. For another episode of Post 90s Beer Reviews. Thanks for tuning in, my friends. Take care. Bye.